Hi again, students from kindergarten. It's Mr. Farron again. I've got another video I want you to spend some time thinking about. And here. Remember, we're meeting Friday, this coming Friday, and is today Wednesday? Just 2 more days. I've got this video to go with the video. I'm going to send both of them to you on an email. I want you to watch these and enjoy them. But your homework is what? Your homework, and by the way, I just feel like I must have my horsey friend while we're here. This is just like Bravo. I just thought you wanted to see him. Sorry. Your homework for our next time together for kindergarten is to remember to think interesting questions you want to know about. Things you're just fascinated by. The way you learn is to have great questions. If you just wait for people to tell you everything, then we'll never advance as a human race. We need someone to ask a question that other people haven't even thought about, much less answered. And so here's a couple of things for you to know. First, we're coming up with Thanksgiving pretty soon. And so just recognize that that'll be kind of a fun time. So I've got some facts about fall and Thanksgiving for you. But also, what is a ghost's favorite meal at Halloween? We just left Halloween. They like a casserole called goulash. See, because ghosts are called ghouls, and there is such a thing as goulash, and it's funny because of that, in my opinion. All right, you children, let's see if we can give you some facts about autumn and about some other things. Now, did you know, for example, this is to help get your brains going. Good questions, all right? Because otherwise your brain's just a hat rack, your head's just a hat rack. Leaves, why do they turn colors? I've told you that's one question we could be considering, and maybe we need to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to give you some of that information. We'll talk about what leaves require. They require sunlight and all kinds of things. But do you know what happens when winter approaches? Leaves they seal themselves off. They get a coating that stops their stems, and it blocks their water source. Well, when they don't have water, they can't produce chlorophyll anymore. What color is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is green. Okay, so you don't produce chlorophyll in what's called chloroplasts. So then what happens? Well, the leaf doesn't change colors. It goes to its original color without the green chloroplasts. And really, their color, we'll go over this again, there are 2 chemicals inside with the chlorophyll that can cause colors. And one is called xanthophyll. And xantho is a Latin word meaning yellow. I happen to know because I'm a birder, and there's a cool bird around by Utah's the wetlands called xanthocephalus, which means yellow-headed bird, I guess. It means yellowhead. It's a cool name, though. Xanthocephalus. So sometime look for it. It's cool yellow with a black body. Then when they change, that yellow is still left there. There's another one in there, though, that's often called, that's in there, it's orange. And so leaves tend to turn yellow or orange. That orange one is called carotene, kind of like for the word carrots. That's interesting, isn't it? But wait a minute. Don't some leaves turn red? There's one other thing that gets trapped in there, and I'm not going to tell you about it now. Maybe you can find out. So xanthophyll, chlorophyll, xanthophyll, and carotene are important in these colors. But what about red and purple? Where does that come from? And it changes from year to year. It changes on conditions. Kind of interesting. Now, some Halloween facts, children and students and brainy people who are not using their heads as a hat rack. Why is Halloween traditionally orange and black? It's traditional colors. Well, it's the color of autumn leaves and pumpkins that's come around during that period, evidently. And that's come to symbolize Halloween. And then the black is just spookiness, evidently. By the way, there's no scientific evidence, and most religions don't think there's such a thing as ghosts, so don't be afraid of them. Okay, better to be afraid of dental caries, meaning brush your teeth so you don't get cavities. All right, Thanksgiving. Did you know this? Thanksgiving is always celebrated on the 4th Thursday in November. Why is that? Is that because that's when the pilgrims landed in Plymouth Rock? No, it's not. They arrived in December of 1620. In December. In December. Did I say December? When's Thanksgiving? Is it in December? No, it's in November. So the first Native American tribe, that, by the way, that attended Thanksgiving with them in 1621, when they first celebrated it in Plymouth, Massachusetts, I've been there, were the Wampanoag Indians. The Wampanoag Indians. But by the way, it was not an official holiday until 1941, when Congress decided it should be observed officially on the fourth Thursday in November every single year. And you know why? President Franklin D. Roosevelt established it and wanted that passed, so there'd be more shopping days to make the Christmas shopping season longer, to help us get out of the Great Depression. Before that, it was up to the president to set the date every year. And you know what? We've just gone through daylight savings times. You might not know why that's the way it is and why it keeps changing. Maybe we'll talk about that next time. It has to do, evidently, with candy producers. And they finally lobbied and got what they wanted. We'll talk about that next time, perhaps. In the meantime, have big questions and have lots of fun. And feel like, if you'd like to, bring us an object of mystery of your own. We're going to read together, and we're going to be thinking, and you can, if you have a book that's a chapter book that you've been reading, you can tell us about it. Maybe we'll want to read it. Maybe we want to tell people. And you could bring your own object of mystery. We'll see you Friday. Write some good questions that you want us this year to be thinking and studying together. Take care.